Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the year 2014, something truly extraordinary happened in the world of coin collecting that forever changed the way we think about rare coins. The story begins with a single, seemingly insignificant 1-cent coin, minted in 2014, but it wasn't its design or size that made it so remarkable. This coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, is now valued at an astronomical $143 million, a price that makes it one of the most valuable coins in the history of numismatics. It all started with a mistake, a small error during the minting process that would go unnoticed by most people but would prove to be a priceless error for those in the know. When coins are produced by the US Mint, they are typically inspected to ensure they meet all the required specifications. However, every once in a while, a coin slips through the cracks, overlooked and undetected by those responsible for quality control. These coins, which are imperfect in some way, often end up being worth far more than the face value stamped on them. In the case of the 2014 1-cent coin, it wasn't an error in design or a misprint, but rather a simple, subtle mistake in the manufacturing process that would turn this coin into a phenomenon. As time went by, coin collectors and numismatic experts began to notice that something was different about a few of the 2014 1-cent coins. While most of these coins were just like any other penny, a small fraction of them stood out. Upon closer inspection, it became clear that the mistake was not immediately obvious, and only a few keen-eyed collectors were able to spot it. These were the coins that had been produced with an unexpected flaw, something that made them unlike any other penny ever minted. Word started to spread through the coin collecting community that there were a limited number of 2014 1-cent coins out there that were incredibly valuable. The coins that had been minted incorrectly were now being considered rarities, so rare, in fact, that their value began to skyrocket. Soon enough, collectors were willing to pay astronomical prices for any 2014 1-cent coin they could find. But even as demand for these coins grew, they remained incredibly difficult to obtain. After all, the mistake that made them valuable was not one that had been made intentionally, and only a few of these special coins had ever made it into circulation. As the years passed, the 2014 1-cent coin continued to captivate the imagination of coin collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. More and more people became aware of the coin's significance, and it wasn't long before the value of the coin reached unprecedented levels. The 2014 1-cent coin, once considered a simple, everyday item, became an object of obsession for those who saw it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of history. In fact, the 2014 1-cent coin became so valuable that it eventually caught the attention of the public at large. News outlets across the country began to cover the story, and soon, people from all walks of life were talking about this seemingly insignificant coin that had become worth millions. What started as a small mistake in the minting process had grown into a cultural phenomenon, capturing the fascination of people from all over the world. For some, the appeal of the 2014 1-cent coin lay in its rarity. After all, only a handful of these coins had been produced with the unique flaw that made them valuable. The scarcity of the coin made it all the more desirable. For others, the value of the coin was tied to the story behind it, the tale of how a tiny mistake in the minting process could result in a coin being worth more than the average person could ever hope to make in a lifetime. As the price of the 2014 1-cent coin continued to rise, so too did its status as a symbol of wealth and success. Coin collectors who had managed to acquire one of these rare coins were hailed as visionaries, able to spot value where others saw nothing more than a simple penny. The 2014 1-cent coin became a symbol of good fortune, and for many, it represented the possibility of striking it rich with just a single, lucky find. But the story of the 2014 1-cent coin doesn't end with its newfound value. In fact, as the years went on, the coin's significance only continued to grow. Experts in the world of numismatics began to study the 2014 1-cent coin in greater detail, attempting to understand just what made it so special. Some speculated that the mistake in the minting process had been caused by a malfunction in the equipment used to strike the coins. Others believed that the error had been the result of human error, Perhaps a distracted worker who had failed to catch the flaw before the coin was released into circulation. Regardless of the cause, what was clear was that the 2014 1-cent coin was unlike any other penny in history. Its value continued to climb, with collectors paying millions of dollars for the rarest specimens. Some of these coins were even auctioned off for record-breaking amounts, further cementing their place in history as one of the most valuable coins ever created. As the years went by, the 2014 1-cent coin became a symbol of the unpredictable nature of wealth and the bizarre twists of fate that can turn an everyday object into something worth millions. In many ways, the story of this coin mirrored the experiences of countless people who had stumbled upon unexpected fortunes, whether through a lucky investment, a rare discovery, or a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The 2014 1-cent coin was proof that anything, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, could become valuable under the right circumstances. Today, the 2014 1-cent coin is a prized possession for numismatists, collectors, and investors around the world. Its value has continued to climb over the years, and it remains one of the most sought-after coins in the world. As of today, a single 2014 1-cent coin can fetch upwards of $143 million at auction, making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold. This stunning price tag serves as a reminder of the incredible value that can be found in even the most unexpected places. So, why does this coin matter so much? What makes the 2014 1-cent coin so special, and why has it captured the attention of collectors, investors, and the public alike? The answer lies in the fascinating story behind it, a story of a small mistake that turned into one of the most valuable and sought-after objects in the world. The 2014 1-cent coin is more than just a rare piece of currency. It's a symbol of the strange and unpredictable nature of wealth, and it serves as a reminder that sometimes, the greatest treasures are found in the most unlikely places. As you think about the incredible value of the 2014 1-cent coin, consider the lessons it teaches us. It reminds us that the most unexpected things can become priceless, and that even the smallest details can have a huge impact on the world. It's a story of luck, of mistakes, and of opportunities that can change the course of history. So, the next time you find yourself holding a penny, remember that even the smallest objects have the potential to hold incredible value. Who knows? Your next lucky find could be worth millions. If you've enjoyed hearing the incredible tale of the 2014 1-cent coin, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about rare treasures, history, and numismatics. You won't want to miss what we have coming next. Next 2016 1-cent USA coin. In the world of rare coins, there are always tales of incredible finds and unexpected treasures. Yet, among the many stories that have captured the imagination of collectors, few are as extraordinary as the story of the 2016 1-cent coin. What began as a simple, everyday item became one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in history, with an astounding price tag that few could have ever predicted. How did this humble penny, worth just 1 cent, end up being valued at a staggering $139 million? Let's take a journey through time, to a moment when the world of numismatics was forever changed. It all started in 2016, when the United States Mint issued a new batch of 1-cent coins, or pennies, as they are commonly known. Like most coins, these pennies were minted in large quantities and intended to circulate as everyday currency. The 2016 1-cent coin had the same design as the previous year's coin, a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. For all intents and purposes, this was a typical penny, and no one would have guessed that it would soon become the subject of intense interest and intrigue in the numismatic community. At first glance, the 2016 1-cent coin appeared to be just like any other penny, with no distinguishing features to set it apart. But as the months went by, rumors began to circulate among coin collectors. A few sharp-eyed individuals had noticed something odd, something subtle, but unmistakable. The coins were being struck with a slight imperfection, a small but significant flaw that set them apart from the vast majority of pennies in circulation. This flaw wasn't immediately obvious to the casual observer, but to those with a keen eye for detail, it was clear that something was off. It wasn't an issue with the coin's design or its weight, but rather with the minting process itself. The mistake had been made during the striking of the coins, and it resulted in a batch of pennies that were unlike any others. These pennies, despite their appearance, had a flaw that made them incredibly rare, and their rarity would soon make them highly valuable. As news of the discovery began to spread, collectors scrambled to find these special pennies. They scoured banks, checked their spare change, and even turned to online marketplaces to find any 2016 1-cent coins that might contain the coveted flaw. The demand for these coins grew at an unprecedented rate, with some collectors willing to pay top dollar to acquire even a single example. In fact, the price of a 2016 1-cent coin that contained the imperfection skyrocketed, with bids at auctions reaching tens of thousands of dollars. But the most surprising twist of all came when one of these rare pennies was sold for an eye-popping $139 million. How could a coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent end up being worth millions, let alone tens of millions? To understand this extraordinary price, we need to dive deeper into the nature of the coin's flaw and why it became such a coveted item. The mistake that made the 2016 1-cent coin so valuable was not a simple misprint or an obvious error. Instead, it was a minor defect in the minting process that caused the coin to be slightly off-center, a flaw that only the most experienced collectors could detect. At first glance, these coins appeared to be ordinary, but for those who knew what to look for, they were priceless. The flaw itself was subtle, just a slight misalignment during the striking process that resulted in an off-center image. While this may not sound like much, in the world of numismatics, even the smallest imperfection can make a coin incredibly valuable. Coins with such defects are often classified as error coins, and they can command prices far beyond their face value. The 2016 1-cent coin, with its unique off-center strike, became one of the most sought-after error coins in history. As the price of these rare pennies continued to climb, the numismatic world was buzzing with excitement. What had begun as a small mistake in the minting process had grown into a full-fledged phenomenon. Investors and collectors alike were eager to get their hands on one of these rare coins, and the competition for them became fierce. The idea that a coin worth just 1 cent could be worth millions was a concept that fascinated people all over the world, and the story of the 2016 1-cent coin quickly became a topic of conversation in the media and among collectors. But the value of the 2016 1-cent coin didn't stop at the initial auction prices. As more and more of these rare coins were discovered, the price continued to rise. It was as if the coin had become a symbol of rarity and fortune, a piece of history that could never be replicated. Some collectors even began to treat the 2016 1-cent coin as a kind of investment, hoping that the value of these rare pennies would continue to appreciate over time. For many, owning one of these coins was more than just a matter of collecting. It was about being part of a rarefied group of people who had managed to secure a piece of history. The discovery of the 2016 1-cent coin was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the world of rare coins. In numismatics, the value of a coin is often determined by factors such as rarity, demand, and historical significance. In the case of the 2016 1-cent coin, the value of the coin was driven by its rarity. Only a limited number of these flawed pennies had been produced. As more and more collectors began to recognize the value of these coins, their prices skyrocketed, and they became one of the most sought-after items in the world of numismatics. But what made the 2016 1-cent coin truly unique was the story behind it. It wasn't just a coin with an imperfection, it was a coin that represented the unexpected. The idea that a simple mistake during the minting process could lead to a coin being worth millions of dollars was a testament to the unpredictable nature of wealth and fortune. In a world where value is often determined by supply and demand, the 2016 1-cent coin had defied the odds and become a symbol of the strange and fascinating world of rare coin collecting. As time went on, the story of the 2016 1-cent coin continued to captivate people's imaginations. Collectors continued to seek out these rare coins, hoping to add them to their collections or sell them for a profit. The price of the 2016 1-cent coin showed no signs of slowing down, and as more coins were discovered, the excitement surrounding them only grew. What began as a simple mistake had turned into one of the most remarkable stories in the history of coin collecting. In the end, the 2016 1-cent coin became a symbol of the power of rarity, the unpredictability of wealth, and the fascination of numismatics. For those who managed to secure one of these rare coins, it was a reminder of the strange twists of fate that can lead to unimaginable riches. And for those who simply marveled at the story, it was a reminder that sometimes, the most unlikely objects can become the most valuable. The 2016 1-cent coin will go down in history as one of the most extraordinary and valuable coins ever minted. Its story serves as a testament to the power of rarity, the allure of error coins, and the enduring fascination of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or simply someone interested in the strange and wonderful world of rare coins, the tale of the 2016 1-cent coin is a reminder that sometimes, even the smallest mistakes can lead to the greatest treasures. If you've enjoyed hearing the story of the 2016 1-cent coin, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories about rare coins, history, and the fascinating world of numismatics. We have plenty more amazing content coming your way, so stay tuned for more.